Hi, I'm Patricia Dunstein, and I'm a client of McCarthy Law. I moved to Rhode Island from Massachusetts, and I thought that I needed to get my life, my legacy in order that met the requirements of Rhode Island. So I went on the website on the internet and I looked at the website for McCarthy Law, and it just drew me in because it said elder law. And I had to admit that I needed some help in elder law. The website was really cool, and I loved seeing all those young faces, the young women in the photo on the website. So I gave them a call. So I wasn't in any crisis. I really needed to do some planning. I had a will from long ago. It wasn't updated, and it was from when I was in Massachusetts. And I had some investments, and I wanted to be sure that at a later time that my children would have a resource, someone to go to when I passed. And so I went to McCarthy Law because of the elder law specialty that they talked about on the internet. I think about my relationship with McCarthy Law sort of in three pieces, because I did that for myself, but then I referred my daughter and son-in-law to McCarthy Law, and they came here as well, and they had different needs than me. I was much older, and they were young, a young family, and they needed to get their affairs in order, especially guardianship for their two boys. And then the third time I really sought out McCarthy Law was when I moved. I helped to move my cousin from Florida to Rhode Island to an assisted living. And the best thing I did was make an appointment a week later with McCarthy Law. We got her affairs in order. We got her power of attorney taken care of, her will, and then we met the elder care coordinator, Elizabeth, who helped us to find an assisted living for my cousin. Working with McCarthy Law, I've had a chance to meet the attorneys, the staff, the elder care coordinator, and everyone clearly has the same mission, because they're welcoming. They make me feel like I belong here when I come. When I call or email, they get back to me immediately. They've been a great resource for me. And from Daphne to Samantha to Elizabeth to Brittany to everyone who's responded to me when I call, and they've all been terrific. And they have embraced my family. And I can't say enough about that, because it was a little intimidating for me to go to a law firm. You know, people say, oh, I'll call my lawyer. Well, I didn't have a lawyer, and it was intimidating. And yet when I came here, I felt comfortable. They made me feel like I belonged here, just like today. The best way to describe how I feel now is confident. I feel that my affairs are in order. I feel that my family has a resource that they can use at a hopefully much later time. I have already made referrals to McCarthy Law, to my own children, and to my cousin. And I would recommend this law firm to everyone across the lifespan, that McCarthy Law has the resources and the heart to take care of us and to make sure that we are secure and our assets are secure. I was hesitant to say yes to doing a video testimony, although I could write one up in a second. And I thought about it, and I thought it was the right thing to do, to actually go on record to say that McCarthy Law firm is a great place, great talent, great resource, and that everyone should consider contacting them, not just in crisis, but to plan ahead. I feel confident now and secure. When I came in today, I was a little early for setup, and I got to hang around a little bit with everyone, and I was offered coffee at least 3 times. but I deferred because they didn't have decaf. And believe me, you don't want me on video on caffeine. But to my surprise, they even went down the street to Dunkin' Donuts and got me a decaf. I don't know if this is an ad for Dunkin' or for McCarthy Law, but they go together.